So every year during the summer solstice, residents of Yulin, which is a city in southeast China, they get together in a festival organized by dog meat traders in order to try to boost the sale of dog meat. Right now, look, I know this is difficult to talk about because in the United States, I mean, honestly, we think about dogs almost as human. And so to talk about eating dogs then is something very closely akin to cannibalism. I mean, I can't think of it any other way. And look, I'm a dog owner myself. I love my dog, and he's in the family photos and things like that. And so I get this. However, we have to understand that if you attack and demonize an entire group of people for honestly a relatively benign cultural practice, then this is definitely an example of ethnocentrism. Now, look, I'm not trying to say whether it's right or wrong to eat dog, but what I am saying is that if you look at this within the lens of cultural relativism, you shouldn't perceive these acts as evil or consider a civilization less civilized because of these practices. Because if we think about it, think about all the countries that wouldn't appreciate the things that we eat as Americans every day. And so a place like India, they consider the cow sacred. And so therefore, when we eat beef, this is sacrilege to them. And, and our biggest fast food chain sells beef by the ton. Right. And so then places like Israel, Pakistan, Afghanistan, other places in the Middle East, that they consider a pork and pigs to be filthy animals and that they're unfit for human consumption. And yet we say bacon makes everything taste better. And so, look, as a sociologist, then, I want to make sure that you understand we're not saying that everyone needs to participate in other people's cultural practices, but what we will say, though, is that believing that some group is culturally inferior to yours is where all discrimination begins. And in the worst case scenarios, is where genocide can even happen. Think about it.